Hey there, how we doing, Veve and Ecomi community? This is OhmDawg coming at you with another OMI price action update. Today, we will be jumping into the charts as well as looking over our next comic drop we have coming up later this week and I guess a little bit of news we have on the 3rd on Friday later this week as well. So without further ado, everybody, I'm going to throw up the disclaimer and I'll see you all on the other side. This is not financial advice. This video is for educational purposes only. Trading with money involves risk. I'm not responsible for any decisions you make based off this information. Alright, so going ahead and jumping over to the Veve Twitter, we have the Ultimate Spider-Man #1 dropping on Thursday. So that will be cool to see. And over here, David G posting a little meme, some meme action. It says IMX Veve touching hands to the moon. So we will see what happens with that tweet being put out. He also said who got paper cuts, so I don't know, it's funny. But without further ado, everybody, let's go ahead and jump over to the charts. Okay, so on the daily right now, so from our last video, we were trading currently in our previous area of interest down here in 0.0051-ish area. We had 2 candle closures in there, and basically from that point of view, what we were saying was price could either move up or down in a pretty driven direction, considering the volatile state that we experienced beforehand, really this whole move initially. And what we were looking for was price to either print up into this area that we currently have printed up into right now at about 0.0067 or 7,000 as a whole number, or we were looking for price to either print down with that same volatile pressure that we were seeing. So going ahead and jumping down to the 1 hour, we can go ahead and look at what happened completely. So since then, we've been getting a little bit of news, a little bit of pump news, I guess. Who knows what this could be, what could come of this, but I think this is all surrounding the December 3rd event, whatever the case may be. Apparently Pokemon might have some sort of huge announcement on the 3rd, I think. That's just from scrolling on Twitter though, so I don't know if that's true, don't quote me on that. And I think, we could have MTL rolling out, and I know that's for sure. I know we see proof of MTL, and I think they've started to roll out their first tier of beta users. So that's huge. And we also have, what else? I guess, IMX is on the horizon as well. So, huge announcements. It's either, going to be IMX. We have, I personally think it's Showroom V2 and, comics to the showroom and all that good stuff. So that's personally what I think. But, it could be anything. Who knows with Veve and Ecomi. So currently where price stands. So like I was saying, and why this area was significant, if we go back to the daily time frame, I was basically pointing out that this area is highly probable because of this green candle that it left behind here, which was an imbalance on the 1 minute that the market had to fill back in order for it to trade further down into the 0.005 area. So that this area became important because of this candlestick. This was the candlestick that basically moved the market down, and as you can see right here, the market revisited, and this is kind of briefly going over last video, but the market revisited that imbalance on the 1 minute and sank. So the thought process there was, that's obviously a highly probable area because this is where something happened within the market that ultimately altered it. And so as we can see, within that volatile state that we were speaking of, out of this area of interest, we had a serious print up right into our next area of interest, which would be that significant area from the Disney news. And currently we are rejecting to the teeth that open of the candle, which was 0.006804, and the high of this candle as well. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens here, and obviously what we'd be looking for from this is price to obviously start to seriously trade up and out of this area like normally, and preferably trade above this price action that we have over here to the left, and even more confidently with some candle closures. So not going to really identify an area, but we would just like to see solid bullish evidence. But for the most part, honestly, price would really need to trade above with solid candle closures above its past highs in order for it to maintain this bullish momentum that it has picked up right here on the higher time frames. Of course, we have our weekly candle as well that has just started. So this will be coming to a close at the end of the week. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. If we can get that candle closure above this bearish candle that sank the market into our low area of interest right here, then we could very well see the market fly up after the week, unless it already does. And if it does and just flies, this candle closure, obviously it'll be somewhere up here. But on the monthly, remember what we were saying with this monthly candle. Well, you know what, actually, I'm sorry guys, the monthly candle is already opened up is December the 1st. So the monthly candle, like we were saying, did not close below this area. So that is interesting from there as well. If price did happen to make a retracement down, I could very well see that being kind of like one last touchdown potentially. So let's go ahead and look back onto the smaller time frames. So on the hour currently, let me get rid of some of this real quick, and let's see what we could see potentially happening from here on. So if obviously, like we were saying earlier, market could either print up from here, and like we were saying, we'd really like to see those closures above the highs. And if market was to reject this area hard, then we could very well see price print back down into this area again. Of course, we'd want to see how it prints out of it. And the same would apply with this area, as it was highly reactive and highly probable. We had a lot of higher time frame candle closures within this area, so it is certainly significant, and is also the area that the market moved out of initially to get this move that we have currently. So from there, if price were to fall through here, then it would be most likely a guessing game into 4,000. And given the state of the volatility, it is possible, considering if we go back to like a daily chart, a candle like this, a candle like this is perfectly reasonable within a day. And that was to say that could be a quick swipe to the downside before the market ultimately moves up forever. Who knows? But on the higher time frame, still keeping an eye on this price action to see if the market does want to play back into here, fill in any orders, and any bigger players will obviously close their orders down here, and ultimately fill their buys as well. So that's basically all I have for y'all today. It has been a pretty eventful few days. I'm sorry I didn't make a video last night. Right when I got home, I completely zonked and fell asleep. I've been working pretty hard lately, so I appreciate everybody sticking by, and we will catch you in the next Veve price action update dropping tomorrow. So without further ado, this is OhmDawg coming at you with another OMI price action update. I appreciate you all stopping by, and I'll catch you all in the next one. OhmDawg out. Peace.